These are some of my bases along the coast. It's northwest coast from the containers down to Shark Beach. I have a little over 100 days in game and spend about 3 days per game. Or per base, and then I move on to a new base because I'd rather run and build than stay and fight. One of the things I like about this is this has a very nice cave here. And then I have the containers, which can be built into a good base. Has a problem or so, but it has a pretty good foundation. I've tried a couple of the containers, but the one that seems to build out best is this one in the middle on the beach. If I crouch, I can get feathers. They won't fly away most of the time. But when I come down to the containers, lots of food right here. Up on the hillside, when I came in, I stop and build a sled up there and chop down a bunch of trees and fill up the sled and bring it down. And inside here, the first thing I do is put up a wall like this to protect the doorway. Then I put stairs up, which gives me a sniper platform. And my arrow basket, because I use a lot of fire arrows from here. Up here by this container, in front of it, down about halfway to the beach, the natives come, or the cannibals, and that's one of their prayer places. They'll come from that way to fight, and they'll come down the beach looking for trouble. So I built it very slowly. This took probably 20 in-game days total, because I put a gate in there to get in and out, and then I put one on the other side to get in and out. Then I start with a rock wall. If I have troubles, I come inside and set up here with fire arrows and can pretty well defend myself. A couple of times they've come in with me, but with the katana I can hack my way out and run for the ocean. So I put my hunting shelter inside, put a storage shelf for alcohol and drinks and candy. And along the beach in both directions, I get the coins for the digital bombs. I get the digital parts themselves in a lot of these boxes. And I built the houseboat down at another base on down. And I'm building a base out on that island that's where the raft comes in handy. And along the beach here you find alcohol, you find the coins. And you find birds. And usually I find I can crouch and walk up to the birds and they don't fly away. My next base here, which is a very nice little base, very safe so far. And again, when I go from base to base, I leave food behind and I try to pick up food on the way. And there's a skinny over there and one down there. And there's a rope here. There he comes looking for trouble. And that sounds like the female skinny. And she'll get you from behind. You gotta hit the right button here. Maybe to stop and eat his buddy there. But I found alcohol all down through here on the beach and along the edge of the water. And there's good things up the observation post that the cannibals or somebody have put up. Try to stay half full in case I had to fight my way out of someplace. You can't stop for dinner in the middle of it, I found out. It's unusual to see any of the cannibals down here. We'll let him go away if he will. When I first come down this hillside, it's very safe, a lot of trees, and I just seldom ever see, maybe the second time in a lot of days, that I've seen cannibals here. I had time, so I built the hunting shelters here, and I just stand here and birds come in. I usually pick up half a dozen feathers, enough to make another 5 fire arrows. And I don't need you guys. I just hit and spam. And then you just stand there and grunt. But this is a very good place to build from. The houseboat back up there by the containers I built right here on this beach took about 3 days, but I cut down most of these trees here and wasn't bothered even once by cannibals. And I'm on regrow. So they grow back very rapidly. Yeah, Birdie, I think they're already here. Thank you anyway. Okay, well, I have a raft here to take me out to my safe base here. The rafts are getting kind of dicey. They tip over whether you got logs on them or not. I keep the one log on that side for balance, and it seems to help a little bit. I put up an effigy and it doesn't even attract the birds. Put in 2 gardens, and I have managed once in a while to get blueberries to grow. And once I think it was the aloe to grow. And a lot of the times I come here just to try building a couple of things. And to save some stuff, because all these rocks are already out here. I didn't have to have too many logs. To make a nice little base, just came out and put in a log floor and used a lot of rocks and a few logs. And again, I have food stuff because I have run out. And I have an explosives shelving. So I just come out here and relax and build a little bit. So these are 2 of my bases along the beach. The next one is on the other side of the peninsula there. Don't know how much daylight I have left. And I don't usually run into cannibals or problems until back up the beach here, almost to the watchtower down there, and this way to the rocks down past the cliff. They'll come down there where the tent is. So when I came down here, the first thing I built over there was the little shack, and I used it for probably 20 days while I was building the log house, or the houseboat and the raft with the log holders on it. And during that entire time, I didn't have one cannibal come down to this particular beach. So that makes it very nice. and a nice view. So I think I'll sleep here and then go on down and take a look at the last beach house. I built it probably 4th or 5th, although it's right down by the yacht. And I go by the yacht and save and pick up a couple of things. I don't build down there until later on. But this is a nice, quiet place. Good morning. The reason I waited for daylight is because there's something else to see here that makes it a very good base. Besides the fact that it's a good logging operation, the beach is usually quite safe. There's deer and lizards and rabbits right here on the beach. Down the beach that way and out in the water a little bit, it's fairly shallow and there's some rocks there and lots of fish. But here, there is a cave. So we go up the hill to the cannibal tree and find a cave. And the cannibal is still here, or the skinny. Wonder if he's been here all night. Boy, he's mad about something. Go away now. I'm gonna put the axe over my head now. And right here by the cannibal tree, you sometimes get some activity, but not very often. But just to the right, past this rock, are some more rocks, and there's a whole cave. When you come down this the first time, you will find cannibals. You might find another big ugly. We'll change to M131 in the cave. but you will have to fight your way from the rope. But the reason it's a good cave is once you clear it, they don't come back. And you have these crates here. With four cloths, and there's probably 10, 15 of those here. So I put down a food rack so I can come down and gather cloths when I run out, because I do use a lot of fire arrows. And you can get some booze. And there's a number of those in here. You can also get an axe here, first time through. Let's put a little more burning on this. Although I cleared it, I've been down here a number of times since then, and sometimes I run across some cannibals again. Those cloths while I'm here. And here's a hole that you can go down and find interesting stuff. And if you explore back in there, you find more interesting stuff. If you're really low on the cloths, you can go back out and come back down, and it has respawned, and you do that 2 or 3 times and you can pick up 40, 50 claws. There's other stuff down here that you can look around and find. And you can climb back up that way. There is another exit. There's other stuff down here, and I laid this so I don't get lost in caves. I don't like dark holes. So that's why I use a little booze on my torch. And then we come out over here. And you might want to be ready, because you might encounter a few cannibals, or even some of the big uglies. But if you come out of there and go to the right, it's go to the right, you come out here at the anchor, and Right out there is the base where we spent the night. And then we have the sacred tree up on the peninsula. And this is a dangerous place to be because you get all the big uglies and hordes coming up. You take a chance once in a while because it does have some medications. Then you come across the field and along the cliff this way. And out there you see the mast for the yacht. And again, that's a good place to find because you can swim out there if you don't have a raft. And you can save, pick up some food and booze and a few cloths. And you can sleep. I put up markers and stuff. And I put up a trap. And again, an effigy I put up, but it doesn't do anything but look ugly on the beach. And I've been building this. I found that it's a fairly safe spot. I've only been overrun 2 or 3 times since version 40. I've had a lot of days here to play with it. And again, I save logs on both sides. I build rock walls 2 or 3 days at a place before the cannibals start gathering. I've only had one come down here since I completed it and got hung right there, and nobody else has come down. Again, I build it right against the wall, against the cliff face. Don't do anything fancy. Build a place to snipe from. I did have a skinny jump off of there one day, landed on the roof. I put a little fire up here, and of course my arrow basket, because fire arrows are one of my favorite weapons. I don't think I need anything else to defend this place. But if I have time and I feel like it, and if I don't have my nerve worked up to go back into the caves, I can come here and lock myself in and be okay. Okay, I'll wash. And if I'm going to take food, I bring food. And my bone collection if I need it, which I don't right now. This is where I park my raft. But the last time out, I went out the other way, so I parked my raft at the other end of Dead Shark Beach here. And these cases do respawn once in a while. And you get some digitals, and you will find some booze bottles, and every once in a while you'll find a spare flare. But I put up a few extra water collectors. And this is another place here to get sticks and trees. And I'm going to regrow things so they grow back. And I usually come in and build a little fire and build a small shelter. And I use this to come over and get logs and take it back over to wherever I want to build along the beach. Usually I will jump in and swim out here, but I've seen the shark twice. So in addition to the yacht and a good little base over there, it's pretty easy to build this up. Keep it stocked with sticks, food, and another weapons shelf, hunting shelter, and food. And I built a back door in case I want to extend this over to those rocks and on over to the beach. I like this location because without any effort, I can come up here and see the entire beach area. From that spirit tree way over there to the one up here, and there's quite a bit of cannibal activity between them, and a nice bench to restore my energy. So my beach bases are pretty good. I'm happy with them.